I want to talk about the drama that's been surrounding Hardcore WoW as of the past 2 days or so, which is the situation with Piratesoftware. For those of you who don't know what happened, basically, Pirate was in a guild in Hardcore WoW, and they were doing a Dire Maul instance. And unfortunately, whilst they were fighting a patrol, they pulled another patrol, and then they pulled a boss, and then at that point, the tank called Run, Piratesoftware, being a mage, has access to a lot of tools that let him get out of danger very easily, and so he turned around, blinked on cooldown. That means as soon as it came off of cooldown, he just blinked again. He got as far away from the situation and he saved himself. Because he did not make use of the incredible amount of utility that mages have, specifically frost mages, he was not present to save two of his guild members. Could he have saved them? Probably. Is this something that is required of him? Not necessarily. Is it something that is expected of him because he is a mage, he has all of these tools, he could have saved them, he could have been safe while doing so? Yes, it's kind of expected. But at the end of the day, not everybody wants to risk hundreds of hours to do that. Okay? So that's the main thing here. That's the most important thing. That was not the problem, however. The problem is that after that situation was done, and people said, hey man, you could have helped. Instead of saying, yeah man, maybe, but I was scared, I didn't want to risk it, I didn't think I could in the moment, I didn't have mana, I forgot I had this, I forgot I had that, I panicked, I left, He could have said a million different things that would have eased the situation, right? Unfortunately, rather than doing that, he instead said, I didn't do anything wrong. There was nothing I could have done. I left. You guys should have just ran the way you said you were going to. And it's your fault. It's not my fault. Go fuck yourselves. This resulted in them talking to Tyler One, who is the current guild leader. And, people were kind of moving on from the matter after that, right? Not the viewers, but the people in the guild, the people who matter. And they talked to each other, and they basically all agreed that yes, Piratesoftware could have done a whole lot more. He could have. He could have helped. He could have. If Piratesoftware had played better, maybe nobody would have died. That is the burden that you have to bear when you are playing a mage, especially a frost mage in hardcore WoW. You are so strong that you can actually change the tide of battle that much, right? Hell, they could have probably killed the boss, but they didn't. He didn't. That's fine. The problem comes after. And because of what he said after, because of how he reacted after, because of how he's acted after, people were basically of a mind to just say, okay, kind of disappointed in him, we just won't group with him. Unfortunately, viewers tend to take things a step too far. They were sending death threats, they were harassing him on stream, doing hate raids, doing all sorts of things, and unfortunately, this led Piratesoftware to threaten his guild members with banning. This led to further escalation. But first, I want to look at Tyler One's final verdict on the Piratesoftware situation before he began with the threats.
Why is that your main point? What do you mean? Dude, my point is you have to see it from other people's perspective. From his perspective, I don't know if he knew anybody in that party or maybe close. Like, these are all four people he barely knows. Like, yes, they're technically in the guild, but he barely knows them. He has no weight on their characters. He has 300 hours on his account. He's also panicking. He's not used to being in a adrenaline moment, right? He's nervous, flustered. He does not want to die. He is scared of dying.
Everything Tyler 1 is saying here is exactly what I've already said. Not everybody's going to want to risk their character. Not everybody's going to be cool, calm, and collected. Not everybody is going to want to take that risk. That is not the problem.
So he does what he does he can do and tries to save his own character.
Yes.
Like that is it is not everybody is a fucking hero in this world. That's just how it works. I'm sorry. It's how it works. Not everybody's going to be a brave, I can save everybody. That's not how it works.
Not everybody has the heart of a warrior beating in their chest. That's why some people play mage.
That is not the problem. Problem is, afterwards, after reviewing everything, he does not acknowledge that he could have played better.
And because he doesn't acknowledge that he couldn't have played better, he doesn't say, yes, I could have done these things better. Yes, I could have done this, 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 and this better. He doesn't do any of that. Instead, he says, leave me alone, go fuck yourselves, I'm just going to move on. And the end result is that everybody else in the guild now looks at Pirate and goes, oh, when he fucks up, he is not going to take accountability, which means he's not going to become better. He's not going to learn from mistakes. And so I don't want to play with him in the group. Because mage is somebody that you need to be good. Because if they're not going to use their kit to the fullest effect. And so you are not going to get the best results. And that's a problem.
I don't know why people can't see that.
Because a lot of the people reacting to this are dumb viewers, right? A lot of the people, they don't know the game well enough to understand this stuff. They don't know enough. All they know is my streamer doesn't approve, so I need to take it upon myself to also not approve, right?
Like, yes, he ran. Should he have not ran? Yes.
And the best example of this, right, is Tyler 1 himself. We already reacted to when he was doing Stratholme and he was fighting one ghoul and then aggroes the Abomination. He tries to taunt the Abomination, fucks it up, taunts the ghoul instead, and the Abomination takes 2 more steps and kills the healer who was way too close. Now, everybody agrees the healer was way too close. Way too close. She had no business being that close. But if Tyler 1 had done his job as a tank, the healer would never have been in danger.
Should he have helped? Yes, but I don't understand why you people don't understand that not everybody's like that.
Exactly. And that is the main point to take away from here. And now, because of all of this thing, because of him apparently threatening to get people banned, both on Twitch and in WoW, the situation has further escalated, and I'm just going to use this clip.
What the hell's going on? Pirate on
So, okay, we've got the actual clip here.
in-game reports. I worked at Blizzard for 7 years. There are a whole lot of people there who still know me. All of these reports are definitely going directly to them.
This is a major problem, right? It is a major problem that when you have in-game beef with somebody, rather than settle that beef like adults, you instead pull out a proverbial gun and shoot somebody over a bar fight. There's a reason it's called murder. It's too much. It's not self-defense anymore. You've escalated beyond that. This right here, if I was the guild leader, you'd be halfway through this sentence by the time you were no longer in the guild. Why? Because you threaten people with something that no longer fits with the bounds of the engagement. Yes, some people might have gone too hard. That is handled in guild. You talk to the guild master and say, look, man, this person keeps coming in my chat. This person keeps hate rating me. This person keeps doing this, this, and this. And then you know what the guild leader does? Wow, we don't want that type of person in the guild. Hey, come here. Come talk to me. Why are you doing that? If you do that again, you are gone from the guild. End of story. No more. No more of that. I don't want to see that anymore. Instead, what he did was he went to Blizzard. And apparently he also
There are a
went to
whole
Twitch.
lot of people there. Damn, Blizzard's really good.
How did you get this deep? Stop feeding into it.
Them.
All the accounts that are messaging me are getting reported. There's a funny fact about this. I worked at Blizzard for 7 years. There's a whole lot of other people there that still know me. And all of these reports are going directly to them. They're well aware of the situation, and everybody who's messaging me, they're going to get read. It's kind of a dumbass thing to do. And I can't wait for all of them to get banned. Yep.
Now, does that mean that every time he reports somebody, that person is going to get banned? Absolutely not. But there is a difference between him saying, guys, if you're going to try and message me in WoW to try and harass me and say all this dumb shit, I'm just going to report you. There's a difference between this and saying, look, buddy, I know people at Blizzard. I have access to this tool that you don't, and I'm going to abuse it to win this argument. Because when you do this one, you go, yeah, he's kind of right. I'm kind of breaking TOS. I'm kind of like yeah, okay, fine, fair enough. But when you do this, you're playing with some tools that nobody else has. Now you're cheating. Now you're the one abusing things. Now you're the one going too far. Now you're the one doing too much. Now you're the bully, right? There's a difference between those two. This is a stupid analogy that I'm going to make, but this is the equivalent of a kid who's getting pushed around, not beat up, right? Like this is not like a kid who's been bullied for a very long time, right? This is a popular kid. This is somebody everybody knows, everybody kind of likes. And then he has a really big falling out with some of the other kids that everybody likes. And so because of that, people are a little disappointed in him, and some people are being stupid about it, and most people are being reasonable about it and saying, yeah, I'm disappointed with the way you acted, I'm disappointed with the way you reacted, I just think you could have done things better. And then there's the idiots, right? And, you know, rather than trying to talk to people, rather than trying to understand the situation he's in, rather than, you know, talk to a teacher, Piratesoftware here went home, grabbed his dad's gun, and then brought it to school. That's what happened here. That is the equivalent analogy here. Rather than handle the situation properly, he escalated it to a nuclear level. And that's why he got kicked from the guild.
Dude, what the hell, man? Why not just apologize? But I will say this: a lot of other streamers that we are friends with do the same thing. They know people that they also go to. Like,
and it's wrong when they do it too. Don't care. Don't care. It's irrelevant. But it should be. I want to see if I can find. I want to see if I can find the actual statement by Soda. Oh.
Use them poorly.
Whoa, headset.
And got myself out that fight with entirety of the dungeon. Pulled
Bro,
2
I'm just
packs on the
here-
boss at the same time. I, as the mage, went into that fight with 40% mana, tried to use my resources, used them poorly, and got myself out when the call was made to run. Which, by the way, was made by them as well. Everyone played badly. In fact, the only person who didn't was the healer.
By the way, he's only saying this now because somebody else said it. Zico said it.
And I explained that in the Twitter
No, you didn't.
post.
You said everybody played poorly. You didn't extrapolate on that. You didn't specify what you could have done better. You didn't do anything. You basically kind of just said, yeah, sure, I could have done better. Go away.
But no one wants to hear that shit. Because they want it to be a
And then you proceeded to like double, triple, quadruple down, whatever you want to call it, on the whole, leave me alone, I did nothing wrong.
double down, a trip, and death threats to people over it.
The death threats are wrong. The death threats are absolutely in the wrong.
Because they're goddamn insane. Because this guild has turned into a content guild built on hate, not a
No, it hasn't. This is the first major drama that has happened. This idea that because you have now pissed everybody off because of your shitty attitude, and now people are mad at you, and so now it's the guild that is evil. It's not you that's wrong. You're basically, look, you are basically the guy who pissed in the pool, and you're now acting like everybody else is weird for saying you're the guy who pissed in the pool. No, you pissed in the pool, dude. Other people have pissed in the pool too, but then they apologized. They said, "Oh man, my bad. I got excited. We were all playing, and I got excited. My bad." And then they went away. They fucking cleaned themselves up. Everybody was fine with it, and then we move on, right? The problem is you are the one person who pissed in the pool, and you're now acting like somehow it's everybody else's fault. It's everybody else's problem. Everybody else is the one acting wrong. No, it's just you, man.
Not a content guild built on experiences. Because they're freaking monsters, dude.
And by the way, this idea that, oh, it's not built on experiences, almost every single streamer in OnlyFans is doing some kind of challenge, some type of fun thing. Zario's doing the samurai thing now because, you know, his monk and druid died. And two other guys are doing like joint leveling. One is a Jedi, one is a Sith, and then at level 60 they're gonna mock Gorah to see which one lives, right? That's so cool. Everybody's doing stuff, right? And then there's you who did this thing, who created this drama, and somehow that changes the entire perspective of the guild.
I'm a monster. Soft ass loser.
I will say though, Mizkif is one of those drama people. That's kind of the thing his stream like thrives on, but there's a difference, right? Mizkif's drama is low-level drama. It lives off of like this, it's just a little sprinkling. It's like, oh, that's all it is, right? And that's all this would have been if Pirate didn't escalate it. Because every single time it has been Piratesoftware, Jason Thor, whatever the hell his name is, it's been him escalating it.
Okay, you're not gonna pretend that there's an over amount of drama for this shit. Come on, this is ridiculous. I mean,
absolutely though. There is way too much drama surrounding this. But almost all of that drama has been spawned by Pirate's reaction to things.
The guy is obviously a little soft and he's getting upset and
it's perfectly fine to be soft, right? But you can't react this way. You can't do this.
He should just log off for the day. But what is that?
And by the way, like, it's completely understandable that he's reacting poorly to this, right? I'm not saying he should be cancelled. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying you can't really blame the guildies for no longer wanting to be in a guild with him after he said, "Oh yeah, I've got friends at Blizzard. You're all getting banned." That's a problem. That's a problem. Nobody's going to trust you. I wouldn't want you in my group. Like, we're going into a dungeon, it's like, oh, who do we get as a mage? Oh, we're getting Piratesoftware. I go, oh, I don't really want to. Like, you remember that time where he let people die and then just refused to acknowledge that he could have done anything better? Like, how can we trust that he's going to do anything good for us? Like, no, I don't want him in the group. I'm not going to be here. Did he actually? Oh, yeah. There's a clip literally at the start of the video.
One famous thing that Tyler One always had, it's only game. Why do you have to be mad?
It's only game.
Okay, look, this idea of it's only game, it's also not true. It is a game. But like, Grubby talked about this as well, and it's like, it's not really just a game, right? You put hundreds of hours into this character, and they've died now, right? Two people's characters that they put hundreds of hours into have died, and Pirate could have done something about it. Thor could have helped. He could have done something. He had the tools. He had the skills. Or at least he claims to, right? And by the way, the whole, oh, you know, I never claimed to be a pro gamer. Bullshit, yes you have. We all remember it. We were all there. You've claimed multiple times, like, this is why you get this. This is why I get this. So I can save the guild. So I can do this. So I can do this. So I can have these abilities. This is why I get this and this and this. This is why you should get this. When you do all of that, that's exactly what you're saying. You're saying, I'm good at the game, listen to me, this is how you do it. When you showcase that expertise, people expect that expertise from you. So you cannot then turn around and say, oh, you know, I'm just a guy who's played this game for 20 years. And like, sure, let's be honest, if this was the attitude with which he played the game for 20 years or 6 months, the difference is negligible. right? You have no real experience because you have learned nothing from your mistakes. You've learned nothing. You didn't go into, when you go into an instance and you wipe, I expect, because of this interaction, I expect that Thor's reaction to a wipe was, oh, well, let's just do it again. It wasn't, what did we do wrong there? Oh, we did this wrong. Okay. Okay. I won't let that happen again. Right? That is how you think. Or at least that's how he's showing us that he thinks. He's showing us that it's like, whatever, just do it again. That's not how you're supposed to do it, especially not in hardcore, especially not with other people's characters, because that's what you are responsible for when you are a frost mage who claims expertise, which you did.
Why you have to be mad?
And
Right, you're not supposed to do that. It's against TOS. Don't be a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. This is another one.
Twitch regarding creators.
You mad?
Yeah, I don't know. Piratesoftware's reported to Twitch regarding creators. No.
By the way, I've seen no evidence of any creator in the guild doing this.
Oh, way.
If there was, I hope they got G-kicked as well.
Hey. No way.
What is against TOS? What is against TOS is organizing hate raids on the platform, which is what a number of these other content creators have done live on stream while admitting that they're doing it specifically for content, that they're doing it so that they want to cause beef with me as a streamer so that they can get it for content in OnlyFans, and how to position themselves to cause those types of arguments to happen. Since it was all done live on stream, we've reported that to Twitch.
Bro, man.
Right, you're not supposed to do that. It's against TOS. Don't be a piece of shit.
If true, sure. If true. At the same time, if somebody's rating you just because you're relevant right now and they're a smaller streamer and you're a big streamer and they're trying to get noticed, that's not a reportable offense. That's not a reportable offense. If you are abusing your Twitch contacts to get people banned for wanting to grow their stream by rating, which is something that Twitch encourages, you are abusing your powers as a big streamer. And if you are doing it to guildies, yeah, I too would remove you from the guild. Because here's the thing, right? It does not matter whether or not you are in the right or you are in the wrong. Because, and it is my opinion that Piratesoftware was 100% in the right up until this exact moment. Up until this exact moment, he was fully in his right to go, yeah, I didn't want to risk my character. Yeah, no, no, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it was my fault. I'm not the one who called run and then stayed behind. I'm not the one who did these mistakes. You did do many mistakes. You could have saved them. You didn't. But then you do this. Then you pull out the nuke. Then you pull out a gun in a fist fight. Yeah, no, you can't be in the guild anymore. Nobody wants you in the guild anymore. You've escalated too much.
I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Life of, I mean, this is, I feel like Piratesoftware has had just a great life of post a clip. It says like, you know, Frosted Flakes, 2 million view clip about Frosted Flakes and how he ate it at the Blizzard studio once, and the CEO came over and like, he was like, dude, I love Frosted Flakes. And everyone's like, wow, I love him. But now it's, for the first time, I think everyone's just questioning everything he said and criticizing him.
Miskus kind of nails it here. When it comes to his Twitch career, Piratesoftware kind of just exploded out of nowhere. He was a small streamer, then he put up the ferret cam. And by the way, he was a small streamer with a team, which means he never really was a small streamer. He never sat around at 4 viewers for, 30 minutes. That didn't happen to him. He had a team, always. When he put up the camera with the ferrets, his viewership exploded. When he started doing shorts on YouTube, his viewership exploded. And it was always very positive, right? It was always about, oh, everybody likes me. Everybody thinks I'm right. Everybody thinks I'm smart. Everybody looks to me for advice. And Now, for the first time in his online career, for the first time in his existence as a content creator, now people are questioning him. Now people are going, dude, you were in the wrong. Dude, you're an idiot. Dude, you're being an asshole. Dude, you are acting wrong. And that is causing him to get very angry. But I want to see the announcement regarding Piratesoftware being banned. I want to see that announcement. Okay, here it is. So, let me see if I can open the image. Yeah, all right. So, this was after he removed Thor from the guild. Soda just dropped this at 5 a.m. and then probably went back to sleep. Yes, I made the decision to G-kick Pirate. I felt a large majority of people in the guild felt uncomfortable playing or being around him and all that drama that surrounded him at this point. Now, remember, the guild is a social club. If you are no longer able to be social and civil with the other people in the social club, and you are the one person that is causing all of these problems with everybody else, and everybody else has a problem with you, you are the one who will be removed. Not because you're in the right, not because you're in the wrong, but because if there are 8 people who do not like you in the club, you are the one who should leave. Okay? It's as simple as that. It's not about who's right, it's not about who's wrong. It's just about who is in the minority, because that is what matters the most when you're in a social club. Absolutely, there are examples where that's not the case, right? If there were 8 people who were just being super toxic, and they were going after Pirate, and then they were going after somebody else, and they were just being super toxic, yes, those 8 people need to be removed, or at least the person organizing them. But that's not the case here. Let's read on. Even though some people may have not felt that way, a lot did. And after seeing some clips today from him quadrupling down, or I don't know what number we're on at this point, I think I'm making the right decision, but still, I feel bad. Try to just let this whole thing slide into forgetfulness and move on. Stay safe. I think that that's the wisest decision that could be made by Soda. Just remove him from the equation, remove him from everybody's mind. He's no longer in the guild. Content can no longer be made about him with regards to OnlyFans unless he keeps hitting the button, right? If he keeps hitting the button, then it's a problem. Then he's the one starting shit again. Then people can go back to talking about him. But right now, he's been removed. Nobody needs to talk about him anymore. We move on. The harassment should stop because he's no longer involved. At the most, there's going to be a couple more people for the next 1, maybe 2 days, or at least until the next thing happens, right? Which should be 1 or 2 days, that are going to be sending him messages like, haha, you got kicked from the guild, haha, you got kicked because you're bad, haha, you got kicked because you're an asshole, etc., etc., etc. And he's going to ban all of those people. He's going to, report all of those people to his friends at Blizzard. He's going to be doing that. The problem with all of this is because of his actions, he will now not be remembered as the guy who ran from a dungeon and then apologized and said, yeah, man, I was scared. I didn't want to lose my character. He's going to be remembered as the coward who roached, refused accountability, claimed to be more important than all of the other people in the instance put together, which he did do multiple times. He did do that multiple times. And then at the end of it all, rather than solving the matter like a man and taking it on the chin like he should have, he called Big Daddy Blizzard and Big Daddy Twitch to get the people who were mad at him in trouble. And that's why nobody likes him right now. And that's most likely how he will be remembered for a while. Because this sort of thing tends to stick. This is the sort of drama that kind of makes your career. He is going to be remembered as the crybaby who cannot handle drama. He calls people names. He calls people retarded. He calls people stupid. He probably doesn't use the word retarded. He kind of like, he tries to bitch around the word a little bit without using it. But we all know that that's what he's, thinking. That's what he's referring to when he puts people down and calls them dumb and calls them all sorts of names and calls them stupid and whatever. That's what we all know he's talking about. And at the end of the day, people are going to remember his attitude and not his actions, because that's what matters the most. It's not what you were arguing about that matters, it's how you argued. And rather than arguing the point, Piratesoftware chose to escalate the situation to a point where it could no longer be de-escalated. And because he did that, he had to be removed. It's not because he was in the wrong. It's not because he was in the right. It is because he was the one who escalated. And so with that being said, let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you agree. Leave a dislike if you disagree. Tell me to go fuck myself. Send me death threats. I want to see you try to scare me. I want to see that shit. All in the YouTube comments. Because I'm going to report you to Blizzard. But with all that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Cheers.